Hey, what's going on? This is Martone, owner and trainer of Fuller Fitness, and with this video is to provide information, motivation, or whatever it is that you might need at this point in your life with seeing this video, and to discuss why it is and I want to say important to lift heavy, depending on what you consider heavy, for specifically for yourself. That wouldn't make much sense for you to um, I guess I should say judge what you can do based off of what others are doing. I understand if there's certain things other people are doing that you would like to do. But again, in terms of, I want to say why any of us should lift heavy is the fact that one, at least for me, it's fun. It's fun to do. It's been a passion of mine, probably for at least 30 years at this point. Um, Possibly longer. I didn't know what I was doing in the early 90s yet, but I remember always having an idea. I wanted to be fast back then too, but being strong, being attracted to muscles, and being attracted to anything that I felt I should try to be the strongest kid around, be the strongest teenager around, be the strongest human around, was always a goal of mine. Number two, in terms of why we should strength train and lift kind of heavy. Um, One, it's fun. Two, it's better for the body, more, especially as we get to a certain age, or any age, as we get older, I should say. Um, Taking care of those bones to increase muscle density as best as we can, and then once you get to a certain point, uh, whether it's an age, ability, to maintain uh, the density that you have as best as you can, as long as you shall live. That's important, regardless of what any of us look like, or anyone's skin color, whatever the heck. Certain excuses certain people might have in terms of why it doesn't matter. The gender doesn't matter at all, and the age matters once you get to a certain point. Um, Maybe after 35, to continue to build as much as you can, and then after a certain point get to the point to where you're maintaining as best as you can. Number three is the fact that depending on how good some of us are doing with our strength training, how much we're doing in each workout per week, um, is the fact that there's a belief, including from me, that you are likely to sleep better. Um, for those who struggle with that, and I know I struggled a lot with that. Um, More my fault than not. But for those of us who strength train, um, especially to lift fairly heavy, depending on what heavy is for you specifically, is the fact that you'll sleep better. Um, at least you should, depending on what you have going on in your life, in my opinion. Number four is uh, the fact that depending on what you have going on in your life and what your goal is when it comes to doing a certain workout, and even though certain people might not think so, specifically ladies, with strength training and lifting fairly heavy, is the amount of fat that you decrease. As you increase a certain amount of muscle for yourself with these awesome workouts, depending on what you're doing. Also, decreasing fat for those so many who want to do that, and so many who need and should do that. The amount of fat that you decrease, especially if you're eating accordingly to go along with the program that you're on and the stuff that you want to do, um, and the way that you want to look. So yeah, just to shrimp train and decrease fat, in areas if you're working on the areas, certain areas properly, and then also eating accordingly compared to lifting heavy and eating junk, and you get stronger, but you get bigger, and then certain people are upset by that. Which is nobody's fault but yours, especially if you know about it and keep doing it. And it's different for each person. So again, do what works for you. But again, when you start a workout, that's not a pass for you to eat whatever you want, or pretty much regardless of the age. But especially as you get older, by age 28, or from what I've noticed from multiple people over the last 15 years or so, for people who are thinking they can eat whatever they want, but then by age 28, for some reason, that seems to be a cutoff from what I've noticed. Regardless of how thin you were at one point, you keep eating junk by age 28, and if not 28, but definitely by 30, you keep eating junk and think you can eat whatever you want. And maybe it might not hit you till 35, 40, whatever it is, but it will catch up to you. But yeah, just, it's fun. It helps you sleep better. Um, Increase muscle, decrease fat as long as you eat accordingly. And it's worth doing. It's better for your bones. It's worth doing, and that's for all of us, male, female, young, old. Um, and then as far as getting older, once you get to a certain age, it's just important because to maintain as best as you can. Because depending on when some of us started, you had so much time to build. Now it's time to maintain, but it's worth doing. Um, and I would suggest not waiting, almost regardless of what your current age is right now. If you're interested in online personal training, um, send me a direct message so we can at least discuss it. So we can discuss how online personal training can work for you and why I should be the one that you choose to help you along your journey. This is Martin, owner and trainer Fuller Fitness. Take care.